I get rich by making Roblox Brainrot games.
With stuff like steal a Brainrot or any of these games.
I'm
But there's one thing
interested.
I do understand. These games make a lot of money. And right now, I'm kind of broke. So I came up with a plan. What if I make my own Brainrot games and then create an empire of Brainrot? Then I could get some of that sweet, sweet cash all these developers are making. First things first, I made a new group. But of course, to have an empire, I'm gonna need a lot of games. So I found these 4 developers to help me. And each one of them has 7 days to make a game.
How much have you paid
let's see
them?
what games they're making.
I am making Cartwright into a Brainrot.
Cartwright
doing
into
Steel and Element.
Brainrot incremental game.
Egg hatching Brainrot game.
Wow, don't you just love Brainrot? You probably noticed, but by Brainrot games, I mean oversaturated cash grabs. The type of stuff that Roblox
They
kids
all sound boring.
just can't get enough of. I'm talking spamming studs everywhere, retro slop, Italian Brainrot, you know, all the good stuff. And each one of these developers is making their own version of Brainrot. So it'll be interesting to see how these games turn out. Will I get
In
rich?
the game?
I think there's a pretty good chance.
They're creating a game
On
in a
day
game?
2, Do Nothing Studios is really starting to take off, and all the developers already had quite a bit of progress. Starting with Bloxy, who was hard at work with his
This
Cartwright
is just a
game.
completely finished Cartwright that is accidentally a steal. I am pretty much an intellectual at Brainrots and stuff, but I have no idea which one is the most popular. Let's do Tralala or Tralala. Yep, I've decided that.
Raikwa just finished his map.
So this is the map I have made.
Bear Dev is pretty much already done.
If this actually works, if this actually works, mate, I'm gonna do it too. 100 million
Fox
percent.
Dev has bushes that move. All the games are looking good, but the group was looking kind of boring, so I decided it was time for a new look. Wow. Beautiful, isn't it?
Do
Anyways, While all
nothing.
the developers were hard at work, I decided to work on my own game. Okay, well, I bought the game. But it'll make a great addition to Do Nothing Studios.
I
Because
thought you
me and some
cheated.
friends are going to turn this game into Grow a Niche Fruit, which is a very popular meme right now. Yeah, it's these really weird fruits. But I'm pretty sure all the little Timmies will love it. And now we're on track to have 5 games, and one step closer to getting rich.
Ooh.
It's day 3, and it's been a pretty chill day so far. I got this icon and thumbnail done for my game, which
Yo!
looked kinda cursed, and then I started building the map a little bit more. Grow
I've
a Niche
always
Fruit was
wanted
already
to
looking
create
pretty good.
thumbnails
Let's
like
check
that,
up on
but I
the
don't know
other
how to.
developers. Bloxy's game is looking pretty, interesting, but it fits the Brainrot theme pretty well. Beardev's game is just steal Brainrot. But Raikwa and FoxDev have some really unique ideas. I'm starting to think Brainrot might not be so bad after all.
In
And
there?
I didn't say that. Brainrot is bad. It's literally called Brainrot. But I can't help but think maybe it's kind of fun. Anyways, with development underway, some people are starting to catch on. And by some people, I mean this one guy. Do Nothing Studios already had its first fan, and it's only up from here. But speaking of fans, if you're watching this video right now, please consider subscribing. Because I'm trying to get to 60k subscribers before the end of 2025. And only you can make that possible. Anyways, back to the video.
No.
Unfortunately, FoxDev can't continue due to personal reasons, meaning we're now left with a total of 4 developers. If
Tell
you
us why?
include me. But that's still plenty of developers, because the games we're creating have the potential to go viral, and I'm sure Do Nothing Studios will still be a success. Just look at the group. We gained another member today, meaning we now have a total of 2 fans. Anyways, there's no crazy updates today. All the games look pretty much the same, and development is still underway, but hopefully we have some good news for tomorrow.
Day 5.
It's day 5, and honestly, I'm starting to get a little bit worried about my game. You see, the map is built, and I have all the AI fruits,
Yeah.
but the game is still pretty broken. You see, when I bought the game, there was still a lot of bugs, and I hired a scripter to try and fix those bugs, and he hasn't really done anything yet. We also
Oh, actual bugs. Oh.
need to replace all the floppa stuff with fruit stuff, because when I bought the game, it was grow a floppa, and now we essentially only have 3 more days to get the fruit game finished. But now's a good time to explain the time limit. See, the reason I made this a 7-day challenge is because trends on Roblox die really quickly, and since we're making Brainrot games and trying to capitalize on trends, there's a chance trends could die out before we release the games. That's why we need to get these out fast. And all the other developers have pretty much finished their games. See, Bloxy's game is pretty much
This
already done.
seems like
and
too
same
much
with Raikwa's game. And
work
Beardev's
for me.
game has pretty much been done since the start. So I really need to get this game done, and fast, or I'll miss my chance to advertise these games and get super rich. So the first thing I did was make some rainbow versions of the fruits, which took a lot longer than I expected it to. And then me and my friend Zul touched up the map a little bit with some new models. And then I hired someone to hopefully fix all the UI. And the game was actually starting to look really good. Dare I say, even pretty fun. I'm kind of starting to like this Brainrot stuff. And we might actually have a chance of getting rich here. But it's all up to the scripter now. The fate of Grow a Niche Fruit is in his hands. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Day
It's day
7.
And yeah, I know I missed day 6. I've just been super busy with university, but now it's the weekend, and it's a perfect time to test out some Roblox Brainrot games. But hold on a second. We're not going to be playing the games today, because some of them aren't even finished yet, including mine. Which means this weekend, we actually have to lock in. So I want to start advertising these games as soon as possible. But one thing I've learned... excuse me. But one thing I learned so
Subscribe
far
to
is that making a game in 7
Subscribe to
days is very hard. Even
What's
though
this
the game
thing
I
called?
bought was like pretty much
Earth
finished,
Lord?
remaking
Okay,
it into grow
yeah.
niche fruit has still been a very hard
Subscribe.
task. But with just a few extra days, I think all the developers and me can all get our games finished. So I guess instead of a 7-day challenge, it's more like a 9-day challenge. Not planned for, but it still works out. And I'm getting more excited than ever to advertise these games. I can just feel those Robux piling up. I just don't want to rush too hard. 'cause
happy
even
for
Brainrot
him.
games still have to be pretty well made. Anyways,
Oh,
day
if you make
7 didn't go
millions.
how it was planned to be. But hopefully in the next clip, all the games will be finished. Sure. And
We're meant
today's
to be on
the
day
day.
7.
That's right. All of the games are finished now.
Fuck,
This
that's
morning,
pretty
me
chill.
and my scripter finished up Grow Niche Fruit, so I wrote a description, I added on my icon and thumbnails, and it's ready.
That
When I
looks
said
sick.
all the games are finished, I mean, I'm pretty sure all the games are finished. And even if they aren't, I'm still gonna advertise them, because we're already late by 2 days. So in approximately 5 hours, I'll be running the ads. But before then, let's give one final test to all the games.
Grow a niche fruit.
First
Earth
up was
Lord.
Grow a Niche Fruit by yours truly. So how this game works is that you buy fruits, and then you take care of them like pets. You have to feed them so
Yeah.
their hunger bar goes up, and the older they get, the more value they have. And then you can sell those fruits and buy better fruits. They come in stock like Grow a Garden, so it makes the gameplay
Wow.
kind of interesting. It's a pretty simple gameplay loop, but it's pretty well made in my opinion.
That's
I'm gonna
actually
rate this
sick.
game 7 out of 10.
I rate it 8. Steal an element.
The next game was Steal an Element, and it's very self-explanatory. It's the same thing as Steal a Brainrot, except the
Oh,
characters are elements
no.
instead. I don't think the game is
2
totally
out of 10.
finished yet, because right now there's only 3
2.
elements, but unfortunately, it has to get advertised anyways. But BearDev can still fix the game while it's being advertised.
2.
For now, though, this game's potential is a 4 out of 10.
Yeah. Cart ride into brain rot for
Cart
admin.
Ride into a Brainrot for free admin. I mean, what else do I have to say? It's a super simple game, and Cart Ride games have been around forever. I actually think this one looks pretty nice. There's not like a million super stimulating things everywhere. It's just straight to the point. And for that reason, this game's potential is a 7 out of 10. Also, what a banger soundtrack. am I
I'll give it
right?
a 9. Brain rot incremental.
And finally, game number 4, Brainrot Incremental. Basically what you do in this game is collect all the Brainrots that randomly spawn, which gives you cash. Then you spend that cash on upgrading and trying to spawn better Brainrots. It's pretty simple, but all the UI is actually insanely nice. And the game itself looks really good, but there is a
5.
few things that need to be polished up. I'm gonna rate this game a 7.5 out of 10.
I give it a 5.
So that's all the games. They're
Huh?
all really good for the most part. Of course, they'd probably be a bit better if we had more time, but for what they are, I think a few of them have a chance of going viral.
hopefully.
And now for the moment we've all been waiting for. It's
God.
finally time to release the games. And of course, advertise them. So I made them all public and started running some sponsorships.
God.
I'm gonna check up in a few days and see how they're doing, but I guess we kind of just...
How much do you think it's gonna make? How much do you think? I think about, well, £1 million.
hope the algorithm pushes them, and hopefully the plan succeeds, and we get rich off Brainrot. It's day, well, I don't even know anymore. But we are around halfway done advertising the games. And so far, it's not looking too bad. Grow Niche
Okay.
Fruit has 7,500 visits right now, and quite a few active players, and a decent amount of favorites. Cart Ride into a Brainrot has almost 6,000 visits. Brainrot Incremental has around 4,000. And finally, Steal an Element has
Nah.
only 9.
I
Since it
knew
wasn't
that one.
finished, I didn't really want to use ad credits on it.
Oh.
I decided it would be better to use them on the other games. So for being halfway done advertising, it's not looking too bad. We have around 17,000 visits total across all of the games.
How much money?
By the end, I'm expecting to have around 30 to 40,000. And of course,
Dutch.
hopefully make a good amount of Robux. Also, being
Okay,
the absolute genius that I am, I posted a TikTok video hoping it would promote the game.
Okay,
Once
okay.
all the ads are finished.
Come on.
It's
Day
day 14,
14.
and advertisements are all complete. And now, I guess it's time to see the results.
Let's see.
After 2
There's
weeks
might be a
of
money
hard work,
glitch, you
our
know.
Brainrot Empire has gathered over 20,000 visits across all the games. But here's the real test. How much Robux did we make? So we have 475 Robux, and then we have 822 pending, which means we made over 1,200 Robux.
Yeah.
Honestly, not bad. The Rainbow Apple low-key carried, though. So, did I get rich off Brainrot games? Well, I guess I made a little bit of Robux, but I think I learned something a lot more valuable than that. Making games shouldn't always be about profit. It should
How
be
much do you
about
make,
having
though?
fun, creating something that you really
How much do you make though?
enjoy.
How much did you make?